Yeah.
As two very non-experts in relationships, we would love to offer our advice.
Yes, but also two very happy in relationship.
That's true. I shouldn't say that we're not experts. We're kind of killing it. Let's get to this first one.
Hey.
maybe put a spreadsheet together of like guys that are like unknown that are on the rise.
Yeah.
You know, maybe nothing shows love like a spreadsheet. You just got to type in the stats, and Excel will fucking send you in the right direction. I know it will.
Join the league.
Face.
Don't hear that often.
Don't let him just walk around here with that butt ugly face and that ass cheek. Don't let him fucking do that to you, to your family. He'd just be out here looking ugly. Welcome to Wondery Plus, exclusive episode of New Heights, a Wondery show produced by Wave Sports and Entertainment.
We're here again.
92%ers, thanks for tuning in, as always.
Nice.
And for subscribing on Wondery Plus and getting this exclusive episode just for you guys.
That's right. On today's Wondery Plus exclusive, we're going to bring back the Heights Hotline because you guys left us over 700 voicemails.
Jesus.
So we're going to have to get to these. We also want to help with as many of you out there that we can with your relationship troubles.
Yeah.
As two very non-experts in relationships, we would love to offer our advice.
Yes, but also two very happy in relationship.
That's true. I shouldn't say that we're not experts. We're kind of killing it. Let's get to this first one.
Hey, Jason and Travis. This is Emily from Philly. First and foremost, go Birds. I have a question for you guys. So I am single. I am in my 30s, and I live in Philadelphia, which is a great city, except if you didn't know, it is apparently the worst city to be single in. Look it up,
Wow.
especially for women.
How do they measure that?
I need some advice. Where can I go to meet men? What can I do to meet nice, available bachelors? And if you say an Eagles game, you know you're lying because, Jason, you know that story of how, you met Kylie for the first time and fell asleep at a bar? Well,
Yeah.
imagine that times like 1,000. Help a sister out because I am struggling out here with the men in the city of brotherly love.
All right.
Yeah,
is
where
that
do you
true?
go?
Philadelphia is the worst city for single women?
I think it's true if you're a woman in Philadelphia.
How is that Philadelphia worst?
I would say, gosh, where do you even start? All right, so she asked, where do you find them? Where do you go? I'm going to say, there's a lot of guys at the delis. Go to the markets.
Go to a good sandwich spot.
Go to a good sandwich spot. You're going to find somebody that's doing well for themselves, getting themselves a good old meal at lunch. Where else do you go? Make sure you get down to the shore. The shore's full of 30-year-olds that are just looking for love. And that was Jason at one time. Maybe not 30 years old, but he was looking for love. I would say stay out of the clubs. The clubs and the bars, it's typically are people that don't necessarily have the intentions of getting in a relationship.
I think it depends on which one.
Go to birthday parties.
Go to birthday parties.
Go to weddings. Go to events. Get out of the fucking house. That's how you find them. You get out of the fucking house. Or you just go on Tinder and find your match like Jason did.
Yeah, there is I don't know that Tinder's necessarily a place where people are trying to find relationships, but it worked for us. Yeah, this says you might have a tough time according to a new ranking by Fetish Finder. Philadelphia did rank near the bottom of places to find love based on 6 key metrics: population of single people, the likelihood of marriage, the annual divorce rate, the rate of individuals actively searching for a relationship, and the quality of life and cost of living.
These fucking stats are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Don't buy into it. The more you buy into it, the more your mind is going to make you feel like there's failure in finding it. You know what I mean? Don't buy into that shit.
I would say this. You gotta not look for it.
Ooh,
That's how love works.
Reverse
when you're
psychology.
looking for it, you're psyching yourself out. You're trying to find it. And people and mates can feel that. They can feel when you are desperate and you want something. And listen, we're all desperate for love. That's the reality of it.
Yeah.
But when you're not looking for it, that's when you're going to find it. When you're on Tinder, you're going to find love. Oh,
I'm just a man looking for love.
This is what I would do. This is my honest advice. Go do things that you genuinely like doing in places that you genuinely like going, because you will undoubtedly run into people that enjoy similar things and probably have similar hobbies and likes and interests, and you're just going to hit it off. So I would say don't do anything you wouldn't normally want to do. If you like a certain band, go to the concert, and maybe you'll run into somebody at the concert and you'll strike up a conversation. If you like, going to bars and talking to people, go to bars that you like going to and talking to people. And I think when you go and do things that you genuinely like doing, you usually run into people that
are like you,
that are like that. And in Travis's famous words, you got to get out of the house.
Get the fuck out of the house. You ain't gonna find
love in the house.
You're not.
You got to get up out of that house.
You got to start thinking like men. All right.
Don't do that.
If I'm a man, where am I? What am I doing? If I'm a man, if I'm a grown ass man and I'm doing shit, where am I going to be? I'm going to be at Lowe's.
Listen, you can find some great men at Lowe's. And that is a great point.
I'm going to be at Radio Shack. I'm going to be at fucking Best Buy trying to figure out the TV. I'm going to fucking be getting shit done.
What is your love language? If your love language is gifts and you're going to want somebody that has a lot of money, go to the club and stay in the VIP section. You're going to find some guys that just spend money very frivolously. If you really like somebody whose acts of service is going to do things for you, go to Lowe's. Find somebody that's very hands-on and very engaged.
You want a guy that's just fucking a griller? Stand in the grill aisle. Hover around the smokers. See what you run into.
If your love language is words of affirmation, I don't really know where to tell you to go for that, but find a guy that really encourages you.
Go to a fucking poetry open mic.
There we go. Yeah. Find somebody that's really in touch with the sensitive side.
Listen, I've been to Philly. I know that there's places other than just like clubs and fucking wherever there is to find the person that you're not looking for. Okay.
I will say, I think it's going to strike when you're least expecting it. So just keep going about your life.
Yeah.
So this is all I got.
If you like music, go to a jazz bar.
Yeah. That's my thing. Do what you like to do, and you're going to find people that you end up liking. And then usually when you find out people that you like, sometimes you'll find the people that you love. And then sometimes you find people that you love, you find out you want to be in a relationship with them. And then you find out people you want to be in a relationship, you find out you want to marry them sometimes. Then you find out you want to marry them sometimes, and you find out you want to have kids sometimes or not. And then sometimes when you have kids, you find out that you didn't want kids. And then you find out that
don't you talk about my nieces like that, you motherfucker. Don't you take it that far.
All right.
Sometimes. He said allegedly, sometimes.
Hey, I wouldn't trade none of that for the world. All right. Let's get to the next one. I think that's about all the advice we can offer.
Hi. My husband's fantasy team isn't doing well this year, and I was just wondering, what are some things I could say to make him think, wow, my wife really cares about my fantasy team? Thank you.
Man, I don't know. I don't know what you can say, and I got to be honest. If you are with a husband that needs you to reaffirm him in his fantasy football league, you might want to look about moving elsewhere.
We might want to reevaluate.
He's so down in the dumps about this fantasy football situation that it's starting to affect your guys' relationship.
If we're putting our 401k in a pot for a fantasy football league, because why else would it fucking ruin your day if you're not just fucking losing a shit ton of money on this?
Right? I think anybody who's losing in fantasy football, just blame other people. You know what I mean? Even if it's not true, it could be his fault. He built a terrible team. Just say, honey, it's really unfortunate that, Christian McCaffrey has been out for the first half of the season. And, the refs really have not done your guys any favors.
It's very empathetic. Nice.
Yeah. Try and find reasons that his team has struggled and really showcase those as things that are outside of his control so that he doesn't feel like it's his fault, which inevitably it is.
Maybe put a spreadsheet together of guys that are unknown that are on the rise. Yeah. Maybe nothing shows love like a spreadsheet. You just got to type in the stats and Excel will fucking send you in the right direction. I know it will.
Join the league and create a team so bad that even your husband's pathetic, terrible fantasy team can't lose to your team. So at least he's winning that game.
Nice. That's love. Let's get the fuck out of this. We can do one more.
Hi, guys. So I hate
when my husband shaves his face.
Oh, wow.
How do I
Don't hear that often.
tell him that without coming off wrong? Thanks, guys. Love the show. Go Chiefs.
Yeah, it's a tough
But in
one.
parentheses, also go Eagles. Bye.
Nice. There we go. Dual fanship. Yeah, that's a tough one. Because what you're really saying is you don't like the way your husband's face looks.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
How do you tell somebody that you like their face better when
I mean,
half
the
of
obvious
it can't
answer
be
is to just
seen?
tell him that you like it more with the beard. I mean, there's nothing wrong with his face, but it's just something about
I would approach it like this. Most men have beards. Evolutionarily speaking, the reason that would be is because most men with beards would have fornicated with women in the past, and women have found that attractive in the past. Otherwise, the men without beards would have been the ones fornicating, and they would have been the ones spreading their genetics. I think this is how evolution works, Travis. Evolutionarily speaking, women are just attracted to beards. I think it's a scientific fact. And if it's not a scientific fact, it's evolutionarily proven that men with beards have reproduced at a higher level, hence why there's more men with beards across the globe.
This is ridiculous.
I would say that there's just something very innate inside you that when you see your husband with a beard, you don't know why, but it just really just is something that you really like in him. And that when he shaves his face, he looks like a younger version of himself. And you just like when he looks older and distinguished. Your turn.
I'm here for some fucking tough love. All right. If you got a fucking butt ugly husband and he looks better with a beard, you tell him that.
Yeah.
Don't let him just walk around here with that butt ugly face and that ass cheek. Don't let him fucking do that to you, to your family. That shit's fucked up. That shit hurts your soul. Then let him know that shit hurts your soul. You just be out here looking ugly. You're representing the other person.
That is so funny.
You have to be responsible and respectful to everyone's opinion. This is a team effort. This is why the Yankees make their team. That's why the Yankees make their team shaved. That's how they like their men. They like their men nice and shaved, clean cut, military style.
I mean, this is why I have a beard. I can speak like I look awful when I don't have a beard.
I mean, I've been getting cooked all year for having a mustache.
Dog. Yeah. I have the beard to hide that I have folds in my skin under my neck and that my face is actually very fat. That's why I have a beard.